The MG ZST Essence. With more style. More luxury. More safety tech with 360-degree camera at $33,690 drive away with all options included. The award-winning MG ZST Essence is the more you've been looking for.
On air, online and on your smart speaker. Autobahn Mackay. Top gear, low prices.
Hit News Briefing.
The search for a missing girl ramps up in Tassie. COVID jab number 4 to start rolling out next month. And the PM responds to reports China is looking to set up military bases less than 2,000 k's from our shores. Hi, it's Isabelle Everett here with your national briefing. The search continues for a 4-year-old girl missing in southern Tasmania. Shayla Phillips was last seen on Wednesday. Inspector Gavin Hallett says the SES and National Parks have now joined efforts to find the little girl.
On top of the Tasmania Police search and rescue capacity, the State Emergency Service, wilderness searches, the all-terrain vehicles, we're also using horses, and Parks and Wildlife have come on board to be searching tracks with us as well. And we've also sought some assistance from our colleagues at Victoria Police.
COVID jab number 4 will be available for at-risk groups across the country from April 4. That includes those 65 and over, First Nations and Torres Strait Islander people over 50, those in aged or disability care and the immunocompromised. Chief Medical Officer Paul Kelly says we need to get used to the fact that this is part of life now.
Some people that will be a 4th dose or a 2nd booster, but for people with severe immunocompromise, they're on to their 5th dose. So just to stop any confusion in terms of numbers, it's a winter dose, a pre-winter protection, the same as we do every year for flu vaccine for very similar groups.
While more than 9.5 million free doses of the regular flu vax will also be rolled out to those groups, as well as kids under 5 and pregnant women. The PM says his government wasn't shocked by reports China is signing a deal with the Solomon Islands to ramp up its military presence in the region. Leaked documents allege the superpower is in talks to have warships stationed at less than 2,000 k's from our shores. Scott Morrison had this to say on whether he's been in touch with the Pacific Nations PM.
Not in the last 24 hours, and there's dialogue that's taking place there. But we deal with these issues as family. We have Australian Federal Police in Solomon Islands right now. And the reason we're there is because Manasseh called me and asked me, Scott, can you please send us support? You know, it is a very good partnership.
Labor have announced their pre-election plans to help tackle the housing crisis. The party is keen to introduce a regional first home buyer scheme, allowing some 10,000 a year keen to get into the market to only need a 5% deposit, and lenders' mortgage insurance would be waived. And Australia is ditching the pre-testing requirements for inbound travellers from next month. From April 17, you'll no longer have to provide a negative test before you're allowed on board a flight to here. However, you'll still need to prove that you've been vaccinated.
Who's a good doggy? Ergon meter readers can't tell either. Restrain your dog when they come to read your meter. Visit ergon.com.au/safe entry.
The third test and the series is on the line for Australia against Pakistan when Day 5 begins later this Savo. The Aussies need 10 wickets to win, with the home side to resume at none for 73, trailing by 278. Usman Khawaja says producing swing with an older ball will be key.
Once that ball gets off, starts reversing for us. If we can get it reversing like we did in the first innings, like Pakistan have done all game, then we're right in this contest. It was really, really hard to score against the pace bowlers.
While the women's side is up against Bangladesh, needing 118 runs in the World Cup. To the NRL, and Bulldogs coach Trent Barrett can expect a hostile Manly crowd on Sunday night, returning for the first time since he left the club. Captain Daly Cherry Evans admits it might be a tough reception.
But he's a good fella, and I'm sure he'll take it in his stride. You know, Baz played the game at the highest levels, so he knows exactly what it's all about, the rivalry within clubs, so he won't take it too personally.
And Swans fans hope that Franklin will slot through the full ranges and play to reach his 1,000.
Mostly sunny afternoon for Mackay and the Whit Sundays, and 30 the top, dropping to 22 tonight, partly cloudy, and 30 tomorrow, possible showers on Sunday. And our listener app is your new home of local news. Download the app now to listen live or on demand.